Hey everybody, welcome to the Sharpening Report. Well, I have a big announcement. The last time I posted a video on the Daily Renegade website, I said that within the next couple weeks, a few days or so, that I was going to have a big announcement. That day has come. And I also said there were going to be some major changes or some major improvements, I should say, to Daily Renegade in the very near future. So I want to talk about all that. So really, the big announcement is I have accepted a position over with Zach Drew. If you guys are familiar with the Zach Drew show, now what this means, it's a big move. It means I'm leaving Skywatch. Me and my family are going to move to Illinois and work over there. I did just record a video clip with Zach Drew for his show. I'm going to play that clip now. If you want to see the full episode, you can go to his YouTube channel, Zach Drew Show. I don't know when it's going up, when it's airing. I think this is going to air first. So if you don't see it air like right now, just give it a couple of days or a little bit. Just subscribe to his channel and keep up on it anyway. He's got great content. But I did record a video clip with him about this announcement. So here, I'll play that for you now. Here you go.
Many of you know this man that watch our program. His name is Josh Peck, and he has been working at Skywatch TV for 7 years. And he and his wife and his 5 kids will be moving here to Central Illinois to serve IGBY International Ministries in just a few days. Josh, are you here with me?
I sure am, Zach. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Very excited about everything. We got a lot of stuff.
Yes, we do. A lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about to my audience, just basically buckle up because there is an explosion about ready to take place. Many of you that are watching, that watch this program, you're very familiar with Josh Peck. And Josh, like I said, and Christina and his 5 kids will be moving here in just a few days. Actually, Andrew Bellers and myself will be heading down to Missouri. And I told Josh this, we're going to help you out. And you know what? I'll even drive that big old 26-foot U-Haul back here to Central Illinois, the soybean capital of the world, for you. Josh, once again, we are so excited that you are joining the team.
Oh, I'm really excited too. I can't wait to get started.
You know, a little bit about how this came about. We knew that we were needing to fill a position here at the show. And I called you, and I basically said, Josh, just keep your ear to the ground for us. This is what we're looking for, and we believe that whoever the Lord has for us, he's been marked. And it's going to be a time of incredible growth. And we kind of kept talking.
Yeah.
And we realized, my goodness, Josh, why don't you come and fill this spot for us? Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, totally. So the way it works, at Skywatch, I'm technically what's called an independent contractor, and Skywatch is like my client, basically. So I'm not in like a traditional employment setting, like I will be when I move there. But well, the way that this all came about was really an answer to prayer on my end, stuff that you didn't even know about, because for those who are familiar with some of the stuff that I do on the side outside of Skywatch time, I run a business, an LLC called Daily Renegade, which is basically a collection of biblical teaching videos on prophecy and a whole bunch of other topics. Well, I had been having a really hard time keeping up with it because my 9 to 5, I set that aside for Skywatch, and then I've been doing Daily Renegade stuff kind of on weekends. But with for many who follow me, they know that my son has had a lot of health problems. He's in remission from leukemia. And so that was taking up a lot of my time, and just various other just family stuff, part of having 5 kids. So I haven't been able to post on Daily Renegade as much as I would like to. It used to be an every week thing, and lately it's been every couple of months, if even that. So, unfortunately, because of that, also the website has been having problems, and we haven't been able to fix it. And so I asked the members of Daily Renegade to pray with me, keep me in prayer for wisdom and guidance, for God to show me what like, Lord, what do you want me to do with Daily Renegade? Should I just stop doing Daily Renegade, give it up, and just focus solely on Skywatch? Because I'm happy to do that, and I was actually fully prepared to do that before your phone call. I was talking with Christina, and I said, this Daily Renegade thing is not sustainable right now, because I just don't have the time to put in that our members really deserve. Well, so me and the Daily Renegade members have been praying about that for months, for actually about a year. And so when I got your phone call and I started thinking about it, we were tossing around ideas, and the idea of Daily Renegade come up, and how that could incorporate into this new deal. And it was, for me, I after that first phone call, I prayed, and I was like, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, I absolutely will do it, but you have to make it so obvious for me that I can't possibly make a mistake, because it's a big step, it's a big move. And well, he did in a lot of different ways. There were a lot of confirmations, and just a lot of those seemingly coincidental things that are we know as like God things, and there was just a number of those that pretty much proved to me, like, okay, this is where God wants me. And the great thing is, Skywatch, I can't say what, because I don't know what has been announced and what hasn't. Skywatch has some great things coming up. This way, we don't have to just tear down Daily Renegade and stop doing it. So it's almost like a divide and conquer thing. We'll be able to grow Daily Renegade. Skywatch will still be able to grow as well. And so to me, it's like best of both worlds. We're going to have two ministries here that can grow and flourish and help each other out. So after we talked some more, I emailed Tom Horn and told him the deal. He's super optimistic about it, and he was even saying, yeah, maybe we could do this, we could do that. There's ways we can all benefit here. This is great. So I obviously absolutely love my Skywatch family. I'll always support Skywatch and Whispering Ponies Ranch and everything that they do. But I absolutely, to the core of my being, believe that this is a God thing, that this is God ordained, and I think all of us are going to be able to make a lot out of this. So that's kind of the history of how this whole thing happened.
And we're going to be writing books. We're going to be creating documentaries. Josh is going to help us bolster our Paul Revere report, which is our monthly newsletter that comes to the partners that sign up for the Paul Revere Club. And a lot of our partners absolutely love it. Josh, we are so excited. I can't wait for you to join our team. Huge things are in the work, brother. And I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you too. And I'm really excited. And like I said, I just can't wait to get up there and get started. All right, so that was the announcement with Zach Drew. There's kind of a history with Daily Renegade, and it's really interesting the way that God worked all this together. This decision didn't come lightly, obviously, and there's no like animosity or anything weird. I still absolutely love Skywatch. Me and Tom were emailing after I first accepted the position, when I told Tom about it, and he was even strategizing ways that we can still work together and stuff. So everything behind the scenes is cool. There's nothing weird or anything, but really what I wanted to mention, what kind of part of the reason was that I felt God was laying on my heart. First off, though, I do want to mention that for a limited time only, we're going to be doing a sale on yearly memberships for Daily Renegade. So usually Daily Renegade is $10 a month or $100 a year. And we are going to have some major improvements to Daily Renegade. So it's a good time to get in on the ground floor of that. And these improvements are going to be coming fast, which I'll talk about in just a minute. But for a limited time, we're going to do 50% off of yearly membership. So if you don't have a membership, if you've been considering it, we're doing half off. So $50 for a yearly membership. And again, this is only for an extremely limited time only, so get it while you can. And the reason we're doing that, we're trying to raise funds for moving and just everything that we're gonna need to do. So why am I leaving Skywatch? Now this whole thing came as a surprise to me because I was I just always assumed that I was going to work with Skywatch forever, basically. But God has other plans sometimes. So the way that it works with Skywatch is I'm technically an independent contractor, and Skywatch is a client. So they're my only client, but I do work for them and stuff like that. So I'm going to be transitioning from that to like a traditional employment type of situation over with Zach Drew. And the reason for this, it was actually an answer to a prayer, to prayers that I've been asking you guys for, Daily Renegade members. So starting about a year ago, I was really having a lot of trouble keeping up with Daily Renegade stuff, and the reason is I dedicate from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday for Skywatch, and then anything outside of that, I'll do extra stuff like mainly Daily Renegade. But it got to the point where I just couldn't keep up with Daily Renegade stuff. I haven't been posting. I mean, I used to post a couple of times a week, and that's gone down drastically to maybe one video every 3 months. And that's not fair to you guys, because you guys are paying a membership. You should be able to get content. And all of that is changing, by the way. So I hit this crossroads, and I wasn't super specific with you guys. Just I was saying, hey, we're going to have to make some decisions as to the future of Daily Renegade. Please keep me in prayer. Keep Christina in prayer. We're trying to find out what God wants in this situation. But what I didn't mention was at the time I was considering just closing Daily Renegade down and just removing it completely, so that way I wouldn't have to do extra stuff on weekends, and also the money it costs to keep Daily Renegade running and all of that. But I didn't want to jump into something like that hastily. And so that's what I was asking prayer for, and I've been praying too. And I didn't know the exact reason why, but for months now, I just kept feeling God like prompting me to just hold on a little while longer. Just hold on, don't get rid of Daily Renegade yet. But I didn't know why, and I wasn't really getting a definite answer on how this whole thing was going to play out. I didn't feel like it was the right time to just let go of it or try to sell it or anything like that. So it was really getting down to the wire where it was like, okay, Christina and I really need to make a decision on what is happening with Daily Renegade, basically, at that moment. And so around that time, I got a phone call from my very good friend Zach Drew, and I've been friends with him for years. And I've been on his show before. He's been on mine a few times, and we've done ministry work together for here and there, but for years now. So we work really well together. Well, a position opened up because I guess the guy that does his behind the scenes stuff, Andrew Bellers, is leaving, and he was asking if I knew anybody. And so I was asking about, well, what exactly are you looking for? And so we just got to talking, and just the conversation naturally just kind of went to, well, would it be possible for me to take it? And Zach knows that I'm an independent contractor, so I have a lot of freedom, kind of in what I can do in those regards. And so I said, well, let me think about it. And we talked for a long time. We talked for a couple of hours in that first phone call. And I said, I gotta talk to Christina. I gotta pray. Let me think about it. And by the way, this is something that Christina has only done a few times. She can't turn this on or off, but every once in a while when there's a big life-changing thing about to come up, for a couple of months before, she can feel it, she can anticipate it. She's been telling me for a couple of months before that phone call, she's been telling me, Josh, I think something big's coming. I think some bigger things are headed our way. I don't know what, and she's not one of these that pretends she can turn that on or off or anything. She just felt a prompting from God, and every time that she's done that, every time that that's happened to her and she's told me about it, she's been right. So the last time that happened was 7 years ago when I accepted a job at Skywatch. For a couple months before that, she expected that was going to happen, and it turns out they did offer me the job, and I've been there for 7 years. Um, so so she was telling me that. Then the phone call happened. I told Zach, let me think about it, let me pray, and we'll talk more later. And so I talked with Christina, and she immediately said, "You didn't turn him down, did you?" I said, "Well, no, but I didn't necessarily accept either." And she's like, "Well, we should talk, we should pray because maybe this is the thing." Um, so we talked about it, we prayed a lot about it. I kept praying, and I asked God, um, I asked him, like, Lord, please, if this is something you want me to do, this is such a big move and really a big risk. Um, if this is something that you want me and my family to do, we will absolutely walk in obedience and do it. But I really need it to be so painfully obvious that I can't make a mistake, because I am dense when it comes to, picking up on like subtle spiritual things. And this is something that's such a big deal. I didn't want to make a mistake, and I wanted to make sure it was being done for the right reasons, and all of that. So over the course of the next short period of time, really, but just one by one, there were these little coincidences. It's God, but just God confirmed in all of these areas. Like, too many, and it'd be too boring to go through all of them. But in all of these areas of my life and the lives of my wife and kids, where God was confirming this is what He wanted to happen. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, could this be the solution to what to do with Daily Renegade? And so, over the course of that time, me and Zach stayed in contact. We talked about, hypothetically, what would it look like if I did go there? Like, what would the job be? Like, what all would be included? And we had many talks. I had a really good, long conversation with Andrew Bellers. Just, what is it like to work with Zach? All of that good stuff. And it's all been really productive and really, really good conversations. Well, over the course of that, me and Zach were, he said that he wanted to build something that was basically what Daily Renegade is. And I was like, well, Zach, if this is something that I accept, would you be interested in just running Daily Renegade with me and making that part of what I do for you, and we can run that together. And to me, that was like, okay, this is going to be the test if this is what God has in mind. Because if He says no, I don't want to do it, I want to build my own thing, then fine, no big deal at all. But he at first he's like, that's really interesting, and let me think about that and pray, and the whole deal. So well, he after a while of thinking and praying, like a few days, he started getting really excited about it, and so we were having more phone calls and texts and stuff, just talking about that. So for me, that's what really did it. It's like, I think this has got to be an answer to prayer, because this came totally out of the blue. I was about ready to just shut Daily Renegade down because I just couldn't keep it going. So but this partnership with Zach means that a lot of things can be improved really, really fast. And I just, while we were talking, and he believes in Daily Renegade and what we've been doing. I mean, he's a fan of the shows that we put out, and he really likes, he loves you guys, the members, loves my audience, and he really appreciates what we're doing, and he sees the vision. He wants to be a part of it. And I was like, man, this could be the thing that saves Daily Renegade. So for me, that was the thing that really did it, because I'm not going to have to try and do Daily Renegade stuff on weekends. This will be part of my 9 to 5 job with Zach. So I'll have time to actually create content and fix the website, do the apps. I mean, everything. And Zach's partnering with me too. So he's helping out in various ways as well. So when I really started to see that was a direct answer to prayer, to the prayers that I know you guys have been praying and me and Christina have been praying, I started to see the benefit. It's like, okay, I don't have to shut down an entire ministry to continue doing what I'm already doing. I can, Skywatch can continue doing what it's doing, and I can do this over here with Zach, and then it's like a divide and conquer thing. Now we got two ministries, that are both flourishing and able to serve Jesus. And so to me, at that point, it was kind of a no-brainer. It was like, wow, yeah, I think this is where God is leading us. So I accepted the job offer officially, and really just in a few days from now, it'll actually be this Wednesday. I'm recording this June 15th, a Thursday. So in 6 days, like Wednesday, we're going to be moving to Illinois. That's why there's like garbage bags and, there's a lot of stuff looks like it's been taken down. We're packing right now. So that was one of the main reasons that really told me that, this is the way to go. This is an answer to prayer. So I want to thank all of you guys for praying about the future of Daily Renegade, and for praying for my guidance, and praying for, my ability to hear God and obey and do the right thing, do what He wants me to do. Because we're on that path now, and it's really exciting. With partnering with Zach, we're going to be able to grow Daily Renegade to something it could never be with just me doing it on weekends and stuff. And so it's going to be a big deal. Also, there is a very good reason, and I don't know what's been announced and what hasn't, so I can't really say anything. But there's a reason that type of partnership didn't happen, like with Skywatch, because somebody might be wondering, well, why didn't Skywatch and Daily Renegade, try to make that partnership work? Skywatch has some really exciting stuff coming in the future, and I don't know what's been announced, so I can't say what, but I will say stay tuned to Skywatch, because you're going to really, really like what is coming out. And when it does, you'll understand why, what the future of Skywatch, what they have, and then what the future of Daily Renegade, how those wouldn't be really compatible in the same like ministry. And I don't want to get too specific, because again, no announcements of anything have been made, but just when Skywatch is able to do what they're planning on doing, it'll make perfect sense, and it'll be like, oh man, okay, now it makes sense. So it's a good way that it's a good thing that this is happening the way that it's happening, because now, like I said, it's really a more of like a divide and conquer kind of situation. We'll have these two big ministries that's going to be able to do a lot of work for Jesus, instead of me having to shut down Daily Renegade completely and then just be at Skywatch, because Skywatch is going to be able to flourish and grow just fine, without me. So that's not going to stop. So stay tuned to Skywatch. I can't tell you anything, but I can say you're gonna love what they have coming up in the near future. So make sure you keep supporting Skywatch. Definitely keep supporting Whispering Ponies Ranch. And like I said, I'm sure we're gonna find ways that we're going to be able to all still work together, on various projects and things. Me and Tom were even talking about some possibilities. So all around, I think this is a really good thing. So the future of Daily Renegade. So for a while, I've been promising things that I've wanted to do and just haven't been able to. Number one, and this will be the first thing. It's already in the works. This is going to be very, very soon. We're going to get the website fixed. Right now, for some people on some browsers, when they log in, it takes a really long time to get into the site. It takes like 30 seconds sometimes. And it'll like take the person back to the login screen, so they think that it's like not letting them in. Really, it's just loading, because we have so much content on the Daily Renegade site that Wix, who we go through for the website right now, Wix can't handle all the videos and everything. So that's also why we've had to do like low quality, and I don't mean in content, I mean just video quality, like 720p videos, to keep file size small, just for storage space and so people could use the website. Well, that's not going to have to be the case anymore. We're going to be able to do higher quality content I'm still going to be doing the sharpening report. I mentioned this in the last video. I'm dropping JPD Weekly because it really JPD Weekly and the Sharpening Report are kind of the same show. It used to be that JPD Weekly was more Bible studies, and then Sharpening Report was more just like interview show, like just an interview show, where every week I'd have on a new guest and we talk about whatever book they have out, that at that time or whatever. Well, I'm going to combine those, and I'm going to keep the title of the Sharpening Report. Zach still wants me to keep hosting that, so I'll be able to do that on work time, which is good. I'll have a lot more time to write more quality shows too, and I will update. I'll actually update the set so it's not just going to be like just a webcam the way it is now. And again, the reason that it is the way that it is now is to try to keep file size small so people can use the website. But we won't have to do that anymore. We're going to go through a company called Uscreen, and they've been really good. Also, with Uscreen, we're going to be able to do the phone and TV app, and again, that's going to be really fast too. That's like as soon as we can make it happen. You're not going to have to wait months and months and months for this. I can once I get settled in and get the swing of things over with Zach Drew. I'm gonna immediately start working on finishing the website. Probably what's going to happen is, so Wix is really being difficult about the videos that we have on there right now. What we wanted to do was everything that we have on Daily Renegade right now with Wix. We wanted to download all of those videos, put them on a hard drive, and re-upload them over to Uscreen. Well, Wix, because their platform, it has a lot of technical issues, a lot of problem. It's really buggy. We're not able to download all of our videos. We've only been able to download like 6 of them. So I think what we're going to do is, because there's a ton of videos on YouTube that directs people to see the full video, at dailyrenegade.com. So what's going to happen is when somebody goes to dailyrenegade.com, they're going to see the new website. It'll still be, actually, Zach and I haven't really talked about this. I don't know if we're changing the name or not. If we do, we'll make an announcement. I don't know if we're going to keep it as Daily Renegade or if it'll be called something else. But whatever it'll be, they'll go to that website and they'll see the brand new website. It'll be beautiful. You'll actually be able to have like links for the videos. So if you want to watch an older video, you don't have to scroll down forever like you have to now. But there will be a link on it that says, "Can't find what you're looking for? Check our archives." And then the archives will, when you click on that, it'll go back to the old website, the website that's there now. And again, that'll be available for members, but it'll go back to that website, and we'll have to do it like that if we can't get Wix to let us have our videos. We've tried calling them; their customer support hasn't really been super helpful, unfortunately. So probably what we're going to have to do is just do that. If it's an older video, we'll have a link that'll point back to the old website, and people can view it there. And then all of the new stuff will be on the brand new website. And again, we'll have an app for the TV and the phone. We've also been talking about adding some other shows, and I don't want to get too much into that just yet because Zach and I still need to talk more. But he's got a couple of really good ideas for shows that we can add to Daily Renegade, so it won't just be. And I don't know when all of this is going to happen, but the plan is it's not going to be just me and Zach, but we're going to have a couple others too, names that you guys would be familiar with if I mentioned them, and I'm not going to yet because we're not there yet. But and we're going to do other stuff too. But we have a lot of plans to really grow this and to give you guys something that's worth the money that you're putting into it. And I really want to thank all of you, our members, for the prayers and for continuing to support us, because this is why this is happening. Your support is why this is happening, and your prayers is why this is happening. So it's all really good stuff. And we want to have like the best like internet platform app that Christian ministry has to offer. We want to do everything we can to make it really easy to use. That's a big thing, because I know a lot of people have trouble with the website right now. I even sometimes have trouble with it. That is, and I promise, like I said, that is getting updated ASAP, like as soon as humanly possible. You're not going to have to wait months and months and months for this. So let's see, website, app, the Zach Drew Show will be on there. I mentioned that. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the Zach Drew Show, look him up and give him a good review and check out his show. It's if you like this show, if you like what we do here, you're gonna love Zach Drew's show. Other shows. All right. So for those who might not know how Daily Renegade got started, because some people might be thinking, well, Josh, what's the big deal? Why didn't you just drop Daily Renegade and just do Skywatch and just be happy with that? It's like, well, I was happy with that, but I wanted to follow what God wanted. So the way that Daily Renegade actually started a few years ago when my son was first diagnosed with cancer, and we had to. He's in remission now, by the way, for those that may be new to the channel and don't know the whole story. But at the time, that was really scary. We had to move to Memphis to be at St. Jude's for him. And during that time, I made a short mini. It was actually my first documentary. It was only like 6 minutes long. It was a short mini doc about Nathan and his journey through cancer, what his day-to-day life is like.
This is fine.
I never know what I want. You always say that I'm always wrong.
Nathan is a spunky 5-year-old boy. He loves to jump around, dance, wrestle. He's all boy. Nathan loves puzzles. He loves playing games like Tetris and Fruit Ninja. Nathan's favorite subject is Bible. He's learning Bible verses. He absolutely 100% loves Jesus. I wish that Nathan had his spunk and energy and was able to have fun all the time. Nathan feels nauseous a lot, gets ill quite a bit. He won't have enough energy or strength to make it up the stairs to his own bed. And so he will lay on the closest thing to the restroom, which happens to be a single cedar chair. And he won't have enough energy to make it to the couch, one of the couches that are located right next to it. And this is just a small example of what our new normal has been since Nathan was diagnosed with cancer. Nathan was diagnosed with ALL T-cell leukemia. He was born with it. When I finally heard those words, I thought, no, this is not my life. This is not real. This is not happening to my 5-year-old boy. I just sat there and what seemed like forever, and then I just broke down. I had to have that moment with God where I had to say, thank you for 5 years, if that's it. Thank you. Me being 35 weeks pregnant at this time, I was exhausted. I was in shock. I was about to give birth to our youngest, Lily. So we're expecting child number 4 in the midst of all of this. Having the 3 kids and 1 with cancer, you would think adding a 4th would be chaotic. And somehow, Lily made everything easier. She just brought so much joy. At the time when she was born, Nathan was admitted in the hospital for a bacterial infection. And a couple days later, he was released and he was able to come by and see Lily. When he walked into the room, his eyes lit up. He was so excited to see her. he cried. He cried to see his baby sister. April 4th, which happens to be our oldest daughter's birthday, we received a call. Nathan was in remission. I mean, they could not find any cancer in his body. And the only thing Jackie wanted for her birthday was for her brother to be cancer-free. I remember crying and going to Jackie and saying, "Your birthday wish came true, honey. Your brother can't find any cancer anymore." And that night we celebrated, and it was the first time in a really long time where we all had a great day. Even though Nathan is in remission, it doesn't mean that he's completely out of the woods yet. And if you stop with treatments after you're in remission, you can relapse within 6 months to a year. In order to prevent that from happening, they do something called maintenance therapy. And we have to be very careful with Nathan's temperature. Make sure it doesn't go over 100.5. If it's over 100.5, he needs to go to the hospital. Even the common cold is very dangerous for him because his immune system is very compromised. He goes in every week for treatments. Sometimes he has a spinal tap to make sure that there's no more cancer in the brain. Every Monday, it's a different routine. So either he just goes in for a blood test and that's it. Sometimes we're there from 9:45 to 5 o'clock in the evening. There have been times where we were admitted for a couple days, depending on what the treatment entails. As Nathan's mother, I see all of these obstacles that Nathan has to go through to get to the end. I see it as an awesome learning opportunity for him, as hard as this is on all of us. I believe God is preparing Nathan for something amazing. When others hear his story of the journey that he's been through, I believe it will touch them in a way and strengthen their faith, or even bring others who had no faith to believe in God and see his amazing miracles that he's worked in all of our lives.
Well, I put that up on YouTube, and YouTube took it down and flagged my channel. They actually deleted the channel eventually, but they didn't let me upload. They flagged it, demonetized it, and then I couldn't upload for like 2 months. And I couldn't believe it. And they gave no reason, of course. I mean, it's a 6-minute video about my son who's battling cancer. What possibly could have been offensive about that? When that happened, a friend of mine, I didn't. This is actually how we met. I didn't know him at the time, but some of you might be familiar with Mike Winger on YouTube. And if you're not, man, some of the best Bible teaching you're ever going to get. You should check out his channel and subscribe. Me and Christina and the kids watch him all the time. But phenomenal guy, very genuine. Basically, how he is on camera is how he is in real life. But he reached out to me, and we didn't know each other at this time. This was just out of the kindness of his heart. He heard what had happened, and he reached out to me and said, hey, that happened to me too. What I ended up doing was I asked my YouTube audience to flood YouTube with messages, polite messages, not being mean, but like asking YouTube to reconsider and put the channel back on. So I did that, and it actually worked. So I was like, "Oh, thank you, Mike. That was so nice of you." And then here and there, we kind of we've kept in contact here and there, and so that's how me and Mike met. But so big thank you to Mike Winger if you're watching. Thank you for that. But so then at first I thought, okay, problem solved. Maybe it was just a weird fluke thing. Well, then I did an episode on people who call themselves Christian witches. And just how I just, and you know my personality if you watch the show at all. I don't take pot shots against anybody. I don't do name calling. I don't do any of that stuff. But I was just showing how biblically, Christian and witch, it's like an oxymoron. It doesn't work. You can't. it's a title that really doesn't mean anything. And that was all the video was about. Well, they used that to delete the video, and I believe that was the one where they removed the channel completely. And this was, and I never got it back. I had that channel for 8 years at that point. I had, oh man, we were getting up to close to 100,000 subscribers. I mean, it was a big hit to have the entire channel removed. Tried the thing again, asking people to write in, and unfortunately that time it did not make any difference, and YouTube kept it deleted. It's still deleted. I had videos from before I was even in full-time ministry. I had videos on there. Some of my earliest Bible teachings were on there, and now they're just totally lost. Stuff that you can't replace. So when that happened, I thought, man, I can't rely on YouTube. Like it used to be, you could safely just store stuff on YouTube and they wouldn't really mess with it. But then all of a sudden, basically overnight, they were deleting everything left and right. And it wasn't just me. Like a lot of people felt that. A lot of people had that happen to them. So that, while I was in, and this still was while I was in Memphis, that was when I decided to create Daily Renegade as like an online platform that is outside of YouTube. We use YouTube to promote it, but it's outside of YouTube so that YouTube can't touch those videos. And also those videos are someplace else where I thought at the time, if we ever needed to download them, we would be able to do that. Unfortunately, Wix is really buggy and we're not able to get our videos. They're still on there, but we're not able to download them ourselves. So from now on, we're actually going to get a big external hard drive, and we're gonna store everything on that, all of our videos and stuff. Anyway, so that's really what started it. And I was thinking I wanted not just my show, but I wanted a couple other shows. So I reached out to a few of my friends. So Tom Dunn, Through the Black. I think he was one of the. He actually came up with the name Daily Renegade. And I had a couple of others there in the beginning. And throughout time, we've had shows kind of come and go, but at the time I think we had 3 or 4 shows that we were doing and just trying to figure it all out, and it took off pretty well. I mean, you guys, some of you guys have been with us since the very beginning, since when it first launched, and I remember talking to Christina and saying, I think we really got something here. This is blowing up more than I thought it would. And it really helped too with just all the costs for Nathan's health issues and things. So we kept that going. We had to start a new Daily Renegade channel, which YouTube does not allow us to grow. Even today, I think it only has a couple or a few thousand subscribers. Is barely anything. We do have the Sharpening Report, which by now should have well over 100,000 subscribers, but it's because it was growing really steadily until YouTube started just annihilating anything that has anything to do with Christianity or conservatism. And so that's stuck at around 18,000 subscribers, which is, it's still a decent number, but we're just unable to grow on YouTube. So with Daily Renegade, we're actually able to grow that. So it's been like that for a few years, and that's kind of the history of how we ended up where we are now. So the idea of getting rid of it, I would have done it if that's what God wanted me to do. But I just kept thinking, man, that would be a shame, because this is one of the few places where Christians can actually go and get some good content and not have to worry about YouTube skewing their search results, or, worrying about they can't find videos because YouTube's been deleting them and YouTube doesn't give Christianity a voice and all of this stuff. And it would have been a shame to lose that, because there's so few places online for us Christians to be able to go to get good, solid Bible teaching and not have to worry about all of the censorship junk. So so, but like I said, just for the past year, for the past few months or so, past year, I just feel like God was telling me, just hold on, just stick with it. I couldn't make a final decision because I wasn't really getting a clear answer one way or another from God, except to just hold on, just, just wait. So yeah, I've been waiting on God, and then we finally got our answer, and we're going to be able to do so much more now with Daily Renegade. All of you that have been supporting us, it's paying off. And I want to, Zach's got this vision too, like I do. Like we both want to make this as absolutely big as it can be for Christians in the U.S. because again, it's not about fame or anything. It's about giving Christians a place that they can go online and not have to worry about all of this junk. Not have to worry about false teachings or not have to worry about censorship or all this leftist political pushes and and so many ministries has been totally messed up by stuff like that. So when I finally was able to see what God was doing, it's like, oh, thank you, Lord, praise Jesus. Okay, it makes sense now. So that's how it began. That's where we're at now. Talked about what the future looks like. Oh, and by the way, too, you members, if you got suggestions on things you want to see from Daily Renegade, you feel free to email me, joshpeckdisclosure@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. I mean, you guys are funding this. So this is, as far as I'm concerned, it's just as much yours as it is mine. So I'd love to get your suggestions. So what the next few days look like. So like I said, today's Thursday. This will probably be the last video I post while we're here in Missouri. And then once I get in the swing of things over with Zach Drew, and I'm a very fast learner, so it's not going to take long, I'm going to start creating weekly content again. So you're going to get weekly sharpening report episodes. And I'll actually have, more time to write and research and make it what Sharpening Report used to be before all of this censorship stuff happened. So the next few days, we're packing right now. Christina says she thinks that we can be totally done packing by the weekend, which would be great. But so Tuesday, Zach, Drew, and Andrew Bellers are coming to Missouri to, they're actually going to help us move. Zach's going to be driving the moving truck. So the official moving day is Wednesday. He's coming out Tuesday to secure the truck and do all the paperwork and everything and get movers and all that stuff. And then Wednesday's moving day officially. So we're going to load up the truck, drive. It's about a 5.5 hour drive. So please keep us in prayer for travel safety and stuff. We're going to caravan out to Illinois, get set up there. He has a place that we're able to stay at till we can get a place of our own, and it's big enough for us, and so that'll be great, which is really generous of Zach to do that for us. And we'll get set up there, and then pretty much as soon as possible, I'm gonna start work over there. It might take me a few days. I can't say for sure. It's going to take me a little bit to get in the swing of things. But like I said, I'm a fast learner, and it sounds like everything that they need, I already know how to do, and I have been doing for the past few years. So I think the transition will be really, really easy. So keep us all in prayer over that. And then, but I'll be keeping you guys updated. I'll probably start posting on social media a little more, I think. I backed off from it completely for a while. But I might start posting some more again. We'll see. But I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on as things progress. And then as soon as possible, as soon as it works out this way, you guys will start getting weekly episodes of Sharpening Report. I don't know if that's going to start before the new website or if I'm going to wait to get the new website up and running and then start doing new stuff. It might go that way. which will be more motivating for me anyway to get the website done. It's almost done now, so there's really not a lot left to do in it. It should be pretty fast. So in light of all of that, if you do have any questions, again, I gave my email address out. Feel free to email me. Do not forget about the 50% off yearly membership. Now is the time to do it because you'll be getting in on the ground level. It's only $50 for the whole year, and that money will go to help us with moving costs and just anything that we might need through this transition. And obviously the majority of that goes to Nathan for just his continued healthcare. But yeah, just please continue to keep us in prayer. Continue to keep me in prayer for guidance. Keep Zach Drew in prayer and Andrew Bellers as well. Just keep all of us in prayer. And I want to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart because none of this would be possible without you guys. And I think this is the beginning of something truly amazing that we all have been building together. It's not just me, and I've made that clear since day one. It's more you guys. You guys have allowed this to be built up to where it can really flourish, and I think God's going to do some amazing things with Daily Renegade and Zach Drew, the Zach Drew show. So thank you all so much for your prayers and encouragement and support. Please continue to help us out. You can go to dailyrenegade.com and get a membership. Take advantage of that. Also, if you just wanted to donate, there's a donate button there. And yeah, I'll keep you all updated. Thank you so much. And until next time, take care and God bless.